The past few years have seen some ups and downs, and all these challenges have many questioning their financial outlook, especially those who are retired or nearing retirement. Joining us to discuss this is Tony Roberts, president and founder of Prosperity Asset Management, a firm that has helped many individuals and couples live a more secure retirement. Tony, what should those who are at the point of retirement be on the lookout for?
Well, Jennifer, retirement is very stressful. You know, people are basically entering their work life and they're saying, do I have enough to maybe make it through retirement? So they're having to put these things together. What we'd like to do is sort of develop a checklist for them to sort of go in and say, hey, look, am I hitting my goals, being able to check things off just like you would your grocery list?
You know, and that's a great thing to do. A friend of mine is nearing retirement and she has her own personal checklist that she's been working on. So, I mean, that's great, but what's all on it?
Well, first of all, the first thing is probably cost. I mean, and especially today, with inflation running at 9%, that means that our costs are going to be doubling every 8 years. So when we look at retirement, we're going to sit there and say, hey, look, I can't just stay stagnant today. So I've got to understand, where am I spending my money? Food, gas, entertainment, travel, whatever it is. And for the most part, people want to still live the same lifestyle in retirement that they become accustomed to right before they retire.
Yeah, I understand that.
So again, you've got cost. Then the income. You know, how am I going to replace my paycheck? We've grown accustomed to being paid by usually someone else or out of some other entity all of our life. And then all of a sudden, we're now in charge of our little corporation that's going to take us through retirement.
The corporation of me.
Yeah, the corporation of me. It says, okay, where's the money going to come from? And again, if you're used to living, Jennifer, on, let's say, $100,000 a year before you retire, you're probably going to want to live on close to $100,000 after you retire.
All right, so we've got cost and income. What's next?
Well, protection. Unfortunately, our industry has a tendency to treat people the same way in retirement as they did when they were 45 and working and getting a paycheck from somebody else. So again, do you still want to take the same amount of risk in retirement with your portfolio as you were doing when somebody else was paying you a paycheck, and maybe you could ride the ups and downs of the market a little bit more? So that's one thing to look at. And finally, as we've talked about many, many times before, you've got to understand the significance that taxes was going to have on your portfolio, your income, and as you go forward into retirement.
Okay, so Tony, this is obviously a lot for people to figure out. I mean, it's a checklist, but that's quite a bit to do. So what can our viewers do to get started?
Well, much like I try to tell our viewers all the time, whenever you're, looking for a specialist in any area, your retirement planning is a specialty as well. So try to align yourself with somebody who gets up, eats, sleeps, and drinks it each and every day, understands the pitfalls, has the ability to put forth a plan that is customized to you, because everyone is different, and then be able to sit there and help walk you through that over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And that may include adjustments along the way, because even though we retire, Jennifer, life still comes at us and throws a curveball every now and then. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
And I'm sure just communication with that specialist is so incredibly important too, because you can't just have the conversation once and walk away from it.
No, you can't. It's not a cookie cutter thing. You have to sit there, you have to put the plan together, then you have to build a structure that is able to sit there and identify it. And again, have fun with it. We try to, one of the first things I always look at people that come into the office, I say, Jennifer, what do you want retirement to look like? The old movie with Nicholson and Freeman, The Bucket List, where I'm checking all of those things off. What do you want to do in retirement? And we found that those first 5, 6, 7, 8 years are very important, because people have got time, they've got money, and they've got their health to go do the things they want to do.
That dream list is big in those first couple of years.
Exactly right.
Thank you so much, Tony. I always appreciate your perspective. And so for those of you at home, you can take advantage of a special offer from Prosperity Asset Management and make sure that you're covered on your retirement checklist. If you've saved $500,000 or more, Tony will sit down with you and personally customize a retirement plan that's just for you. And this is a comprehensive plan that includes a look into your taxes, your investments, your income sources, and so much more to help you get where you deserve to be, living your dream retirement. Call 513-613-4567. That number again is 513-613-4567.